Hello guys, back with another YouTube video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make the basic doll pattern. So it's not going to be for this design specifically, but I'm going to show you how to make the base doll pattern. That way you can make any kind of doll you want, any theme. Like if you want to do Alice in Wonderland, a princess, you can do anything you want. All you have to do is make the basic doll pattern, but just change like the coloring for like the doll, whatever color you want, and change the colors for the outfits. I'll be doing a separate tutorial for outfits and stuff, and yeah. So this is what your doll will look like when you're done. So I'm going to be showing you how to make this. So let's get started. I'm going to be showing you how to make the arm. So I already made one, so I'm going to show you how to make the other one. So basically the arm is just a magic ring of 5 stitches. And then we're just going to do 10 rounds of single crochet. I'm going to do one with you just because this is pretty simple, pretty easy, and I don't want to make this story like super long or I won't be able to upload it. So yeah, so like I said, it's a magic ring of 5 stitches. And then we're just going to be doing 10 rounds of single crochet, and you should have 5 stitches after every round. So I'm going to do one with you. So it's just one bend in every stitch. Oops, I grabbed, okay. Okay, and boom. So I did one row with you. You should have 5 stitches at the end of this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on your hook, and then you can put your clip on that and then continue. So I just did one row with you. Do 9 more by yourself, and I'll come back after I've done this. Okay, so once you have done your full 10 rounds, on your last bend, don't fully slip knot it. Just do a loose slip knot because we're going to undo it to slip knot it to the body. So like I said, do a loose slip knot, not completely tight. And then we're going to pinch this and go into the stitch right behind the band that you just did a loose slip knot on, and then go straight across like so, and do another loose slip knot because we're also going to use that to attach it to the body. And then on the end, do another loose slip knot. And I'm also sorry for any noise or anything because my dog is snoring in the background, and for some reason my refrigerator is just making a noise. So yeah, but you want to do that to both arms because we're going to single crochet them into the body. So yeah, go make your other arm and meet me back when you're done. So we're going to be making the leg now. Also the pattern will be throughout this and in the description. So yeah, the legs. So I decided to make it like a normal skin color so I can show you like where to put certain colors if you wanted to do like, instead of making a separate shoe, if you wanted to make the bottom of the foot a shoe or do a sock or do like underwear. And I decided to do normal skin color to show you where to put that. That's why I didn't do like just a normal like Princess Bubblegum tutorial, because that's what I was going to do at first. So for the shoe, we're going to start with the magic ring of 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is on your hook, and then we're going to increase all the way around to 12. Honestly, this is a really pretty easy design. Honestly, pretty easy to do. I think the hardest part will be combining the legs together, but otherwise it is really simple. I tried to like make it as easy as possible. And I hope you can see what I'm doing, because sometimes I feel like my camera just doesn't focus. I'm trying to figure out how to just make recording easier. So it's like for better tutorials, and I'm trying, I'm learning, but I'm still not that great yet. Okay, sorry, I took a pause to adjust the camera, but I'm back. So once you've increased all the way around, you should have 12 stitches in total. And now we're going to single crochet around only in the inside loops. So what I mean by inside loop is this loop right here. Not the front outer loop, the inside loop right here. So we're just going to single crochet around in the inside loop for this whole row, and you should still have 12 stitches at the end. I kind of like tried to adjust the camera, so I hope this helps. I also hate that these rods are in the way, but I don't really know what to do about that. I guess I'm just gonna have to get a new tripod, honestly. This one does okay, but like the rods being in the way, I just wish that they were not. Again, I hope you can see everything that I'm doing. But like I said, it's pretty simple other than like combining the legs. So honestly, if you know how to just read patterns, this will probably be a breeze for you, honestly. So like I said, if you want to do it with the sock color, the shoe color, you would need to be doing that in that color and then switch the skin tone later. So after we've done that whole row in inside loops, we're going to do another row of single crochet, but going back into both loops this time. So just a normal single crochet in both loops, and you should still have 12 stitches at the end. This pattern, like I said, easy, pretty repetitive, honestly. It's like really, really easy. Okay, so now we're going to start the decreasing process. So we're going to do 2 single crochets, so 1, 2, and then 4 decreases, so that just means decrease 4 times. You can decrease how you want to decrease. I just go through both loops of the first one, both loops of the second one, and then decrease. So we're just going to do that 4 times. So that's 1 decrease, 2 decrease, 3 decrease, and then 4. So once you have done that, oops, you have 2 stitches at the end, so just single crochet those. And then after that, we're just going to do 10 rounds of single crochet. So I'm going to do 1 round with you, and then I'll tell you how to do the rest. So if you're just doing the shoe, you can stop here and you can go back to your skin color. But if you're wanting to do a whole sock, like I did here, you're going to do 4 rounds of single crochet in the white, and then the remaining 6 will be in your skin tone. So that's for the socks. But if you're just doing a shoe, then switching the skin tone, just do the total 10 rounds in your skin tone. But if you're doing a sock like me, do 4 rounds in the white, 6 rounds in the skin tone. So I'm gonna do 1 round in the white with you, and then I'll come back when I'm doing the skin tone, and then I'll come back when I finish the whole thing. So doing 1 round in my sock color. Also make sure you're stuffing this too, because it gets harder to stuff it if you don't stuff it ahead of time. So like I said, 1 round of single crochet, and I forgot to say how many stitches there were, but I'm pretty sure there's 8. So you should have 8 stitches at the end of this round. I'm gonna count with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you decrease the 2 single crochet, 4 single crochet decrease, and then two single crochet, 4 decreases, and 2 single crochet. Sorry, you should have 8 stitches, and then this round of single crochet is 8 stitches. So yeah, that's 1 round. So do 3 more in your sock color, and then do the rest of the 6 rounds in your skin tones. I'll be right back. So I've done my 4 rounds in my sock color. Now I'm going to switch to skin tone for the remaining 6 rounds, and I'm going to do one of these rows with you. Again, each row is just a single crochet round. You should still have 8 stitches, and you need to do a total of 10 rounds. If you're doing the shoe, stop at row 5, but if you're wanting to do a whole sock, you do 4 rounds in the white and 6 rounds in the skin tone. I got stuffing stuck on my hook, just to remind you in case you forgot. So I'm doing 1 round in the skin tone with you, and then I'll be back after I've done all 6 rounds in my skin tone. So again, just single crochet around. You should have 8 stitches at the end. So boom. My first round is done, and I'm going to do 5 more after this to make a total of 10. Okay, so when you get to the last band for your last round, you're going to do a loose slip knot, not a tight one, because we're going to be, again, single crocheting this in when we combine both of the legs. So again, do a loose slip knot. Yeah, so before we move on, I'm just going to show you how to do the socks really quick, because they have like this little ruffle. So I like to start at the back of the leg and go into one of the stitches for the white row. So just like this, it's really simple, really easy. So get a couple of your white bands, and you're going to chain up 2. So take 1 through the stitch, and then take a band through the other band. So basically a chain like that. Then go into your next stitch and do the same thing, but you pull it through the stitch, and then the 2 bands on your hook, and then you have put it back on your hook. You have 2 bands, and then you're going to chain another band on top of that. So then it's like this, and you just go into the next stitch, take a band through the stitch, and the 2 bands on your hook, and chain 1. So you just do that all the way around. Hopefully you saw how I did it and it's not too confusing and my camera's not being blurry. And yeah, it's pretty easy. Sorry about that noise. We have like automatic air fresheners. Again, so through the stitch, through the chain, and then chain 1. Through the stitch, through the chain, and chain 1. And then on your last one, get 3 bands, and then you're going to repeat the same thing. So through the stitch, through the chain, and then chain 1. But this time we're just going to slip knot this last band. So I like to go under the first one. So like there's like these little like kind of like I guess diagonal stitches. Just go like right under this chain, push up. I got stuffing on my hook, sorry. And then you just push up, and then take the band through that stitch, and then through the 2 bands on your hook, and then do a slip knot, and then boom. That is your ruffle for your socks. Okay guys, so you should have both legs made. Hopefully it wasn't too hard for you and you can see what I'm doing. My dogs are kind of rowdy right now because I'm recording this on a different day. So hopefully they don't bark too much. But anyways, I'm going to be showing you how to combine the legs and start the body. You can either keep using skin tone, or if you want to use underwear for your doll, you're going to use white starting with this part. And I'll tell you when to stop and switch back to skin tone if you use white. So we're going to go into a stitch on the side of this first leg. Make sure the pointy part of the shoe is facing you. So go through the side on this one, and then chain 1 white band, and then go into the side stitch of the other leg, and then take the white band through the stitch, through the 2 bands on your hook, and do a loose slip knot, or basically a single crochet, and then we're going to get a clip and clip that band. I just don't know where my, here it is. So now we're going to clip this band, and we're going to do single crochets, and I'll show you how to loop in like the loose slip knot bands. So we're going to do a single. Your placement might be a little different depending on like what middle band you use, but as long as you single crochet the loose slip knot bands, then it'll be fine. And we're also going to be increasing on the 1 middle chain. So single crochet in that loop right before you get to your tied off band, and then we're going, after we do that single crochet, we're going to pick up the band that we tied off the leg with and single crochet that in as well. And then for me, I'm already at the middle chain, so I'm just going to go down, go in that chain, and I'm going to do an increase in it, so that's 2 bands and 1 stitch. So just do an increase and then go back to single crochets after that until we get to the next till we get to the middle band again at the end. But yeah, so single and another single, and then we're at the band, the loose slip knot band. So after we do that single, we're gonna grab the loose band and single crochet it in, go into the next stitch, and then do single crochets again. Okay, so now we're at the middle band again, right here. So we're just gonna go down into that middle chain and do an increase in it. And then the band with the clip on it, go into that and do a single crochet, and you should have 20 stitches at the end of this. So now pretty much that was probably the hardest part, honestly, of the whole tutorial, is combining the legs. I know this looks a little weird. If you want to switch the skin tone band to white, you can, but when you put on clothes, you're not really going to see that. So to me, it's not really that big of a deal, but yeah. So now we're just going to be doing 3 rounds of single crochet, and you should have 20 stitches at the end of every single one. I'm going to be doing 1 row with you, and then you do the other 2 by yourself. So like I said, just a normal single crochet around. There's no increasing or anything, just single crochet, and you should have 20 stitches at the end of this. I've had to like re-record this part so many times just because like my dogs were like cutting up, so I had to restart it, and like they're being better right now, so hopefully they don't start like barking again, because I don't want to have to redo anything again. This is like my 5th time. Oh, I think I jinxed myself. They're kind of barking again. But luckily I'm at the end, so well, for this round I'm going to be showing you anyway. Okay, so once we get to the last band, just do a single crochet and then put your clip back on, the last band, and do 2 more rounds of single crochet and then come back. Okay, I'm back. I done my 3 rounds of single crochet, and I still have 20 stitches at the end, so you should still have 20 stitches too. So now we're going to be decreasing to 18 stitches, and we're still doing this in white. So this is the last row that you're going to do in white, and then you're gonna switch back to skin tone for a little bit, and then back to white if you want to give your doll like a tank top, like, or like a bra, like underneath her clothes. So otherwise, yeah. So we're going to be doing 8 single crochets and a decrease to 18 stitches. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then how I decrease, whole loop of the first, whole loop of the second, and yeah. I so need like a better tripod, honestly, and better lighting, and then I think like my tutorials would be a lot better. But this is also why like I include the pattern in it, just so like it's still, you can like, if you need to watch how to do something you can, but if you know how to like do everything without watching like the whole tutorial, then that's why I put the pattern in it. Okay, so now we did our last decrease and we should have 18 stitches. And then now we're switching back to skin tone for now. So we're gonna be using the skin tone bands. And we're just gonna do 3 rounds of single crochet. Remember, we're in skin tone. 3 rounds of single crochet. And I'm gonna do 1 round with you, so make sure to do a slip stitch at the start. And then single crochet around. So I'm, like I said, doing 1 with you, and then you do the other 2 by yourself to make a total of 3 rounds, and you should have 18 stitches at the end of every single round. I'm just hoping that I have enough skin tone to do the head, because I'm using like these Amazon brand of skin tone that you get when you buy like the big packs that come with like the really little small packs of bands. So hopefully it's enough, because I don't have any more of this specific color. And then I had caramel bands, but like for some reason, like the problem with Rainbowloom is that like when you're getting bands, sometimes the colors aren't consistent, like some are lighter, some are darker, so I couldn't use that that pack, even though I have a lot more of it, because of the reason why like some of them are darker, some of them are lighter, and I just didn't want it to look weird. So if anyone else is having that problem, like comment down below or something. But anyways, I just did the last single crochet. So yeah, like I said, back in the skin tone, and this is what your doll should look like so far. So do 2 more rounds and then come back when you're done. Okay, I'm back, and I did my 3 rounds in the skin tone, and you should still have 18 stitches at the end of this. So this is what your doll should be looking like. So now we're going to decrease to 16 stitches. So we're going to be doing 7 single crochets. That's broken. 7 single crochets and a decrease to 16 stitches. So like this part is just pretty repetitive for right now, just decreasing single crochets, decreasing single crochets, like pretty easy stuff. Done my 7 single crochets, now I'm decreasing. Okay, and now I'm on my decrease, the last bands, decrease, and then put the hook, not the hook, the clip on my band. So now we're going to do 3 more rounds of single crochet, and we're still going to be using skin tone. So I'm going to do 1 round with you, and then you do the other 2 by yourself. And remember, there's supposed to be 16 stitches at the end of these next 3 rounds. At this point, I might just like sit it on the counter and just loom like this, because it's kind of easier this way. Okay, so I'm on my last band, do a single crochet, putting the clip on my last band, and boom. So do 2 more rounds of single crochet in the skin tone, and you should have 16 stitches at the end of both of those rounds, and then come back when you're done. Okay, so I've done my 3 rounds in total, and I still have 16 stitches. So now we're going to be doing 2 single crochets and a decrease to 12 stitches. If you're doing a bra color, this is where you're going to switch back to the white, but if you want to keep it skin tone, then you can do that as well, but I'm going to be switching back to white just for the sake of this tutorial. So yeah, so 2 single crochets and a decrease to 12 stitches. So 1, 2, and then a decrease all the way around. Also, make sure you're stuffing this as you go along, because or it'll get, you know, harder to stuff if you try to do it after you've done the whole doll. So just make sure you do it as you go. Trying to keep my phone on to read the pattern, but it keeps wanting to turn off. Okay. Okay, so I'm on my last couple stitches. I'm doing my decrease. Okay. So now you should have 12 stitches in total, and we're still going to be continuing in white, so we're going to be doing 2 rounds of single crochet in whites. I'm going to do 1 round with you and then come back after you've done the other one. So like I said, 2 rounds of single crochet total, and you should have 12 stitches at the end of every round. Actually, I'll just do both on camera because that's not that many rounds. Honestly, there's only 2 and it's only 12 stitches. So I'm just gonna do that on camera. So I just did one round, and I should still have 12 stitches at the end, and so should you. So now we're gonna start the last round of single crochet for this one. So last round, and then we should be attaching the arms next. So I don't know if you can hear, but my dog is like snoring in the background right now. I don't know why I'm like always so like nervous when filming, and like sometimes I feel like I talk too much, but I just don't want to like have to mute anything out. But I feel like I repeat myself a lot. It's just I'm just so awkward. I don't know. But anyways, guys, so the 2 rounds are done. You should still have 12 stitches at the end, and now we're going to be attaching the arms. So you can switch back to skin tone now. So if you did the bra part, we're done with using the white now. So you can switch back to skin tone. And we're going to be attaching the arms. Okay, so get your arms, and we're going to be attaching it, and I'll show you which stitches. It's still a normal row of single crochet. You should still have 12 stitches at the end, but we're just going to be adding the arms. So we're going to do a single crochet and a single crochet. So the first 2 stitches don't have arms in it. But then stitches 3, 4, and 5 will have the arm stitches in it. So just unravel it, take the end through, and then pick up the other end and do a single crochet. Go in stitch 4, repeat the same thing, unravel it, pull it through, single crochet. Stitch 5, same thing. It's pretty easy. Just make sure you're grabbing the right end. And single crochet. So boom, that's one arm attached, and then now we're going to single crochet until we get to stitch 9. Stitches 9, 10, and 11 is where the next arm will go. So until we get there, just do normal single crochet. So we're at stitch 9, and we're going to be repeating the same process. So unravel your band, take it through, single crochet, and then go in 10, stitch 10, and do the same thing, and then stitch 11 and do the same thing. And then stitch 12 is just a normal single crochet. So that's pretty much it for that. And this is what your doll should look like. And now we're going to be starting the head next. Okay, but before we do the head, we're going to do the neck. So we're going to single decrease to 8 stitches. So single decrease, single decrease, so just do that all the way around. And I apologize if you hear my brother in the background. He decided that he wanted to make music right now while I'm trying to film a tutorial, so that's great. I don't have a super big house, so like if you can hear him in the background, I apologize. So I just did the last decrease, and you should have 8 stitches at the end of this. And now we're just going to do a single crochet around, and you should have 8 stitches at the end of this as well. So just a normal row single crochet. I didn't want to make the neck too big because I don't want like the head to be too floppy, because it's gonna be hard to hold itself up if I were to do it like that. And the head holds up fine with my princess bubblegum design, but it also depends on like what kind of hair that you decide you're going to do, which I will also have to do tutorials for hair as well. I'm gonna do separate tutorials for like the clothes and hair and everything, honestly. Which is gonna take even more time after I finish doing this. Okay, so the neck's done. And now we're going to be moving on to the head finally. We're almost done with this doll. So now we're going to increase in every single stitch. So we have 16. So at the end of this, after you increase all the way around, you should have 16 stitches. Again, me clicking off to the side is just trying to keep my phone on while I do this, so I can keep the pattern up while I'm making it. Because sometimes I have like my designs memorized by heart, and then sometimes I honestly forget, so I have to look at my own patterns, to be honest, because I make a lot of stuff. It's hard to remember everything. Like when I'm first making something, yeah, I remember it, but if I haven't really like made it in a while, I start to like forget what I did. And these bands are kind of like stretchy, which I kind of hate using off-brand bands for that reason, because sometimes they're like really stretchy and I don't like super big like gaps in my stuff. But I'm on the last increase, so you should have 16 stitches at the end. Oops, dropped a band. Okay, so put your clip back on. And now we're gonna do one more increasing row before we just do repetitive single crochets around until we decrease. So this one is somewhat different. So to start with, we're going to do 2 single crochets and an increase. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, and then an increase. And then we're going to do 3 single crochets and an increase till the end, and then you'll just have 1 single crochet band left at the end. So it's still, you should have 20 stitches at the end after this as well. So it's like the same as like normal increasing, but it's just a slight difference at the start. But yeah, so now we're just doing 3 single crochets and an increase for the rest of the way until the end. So hopefully it's not too confusing. If you've ever made the dog by Papikuro Sambo, that's how she did her dog for some of her increasing rows. So if you've ever done that, then this shouldn't be too confusing for you. So again, 2 single crochet and an increase at the start, and then 3 single crochets and increase for the rest until the end, and you just have 1 single band left. So 1, 2, 3, this is my increase, and then 3 single crochets again, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to be doing our last increase, and then you should just have 1 band left at the end, and you'll just do a single crochet. So pretty simple. It's really not that hard. It's the same as if we were to do 3 single crochets and increase. It's just we didn't do the 3 at the start. We did 2 at the start and then 1 at the end. So yeah. So after we do that, you're going to do 8 rounds of single crochet for the head, and I'm going to do 1 round with you, and you should have 20 stitches at the end of every single round. So again, a total of 8 rounds of single crochet, and I'm going to do one with you, and then you're going to do 7 more by yourself, and you should have 20 stitches at the end of every single row. So I'm starting my first round of single crochet now. Okay, I'm on my last single crochet for this first row, and I'm gonna put the clip on this band. So like I said, I did 1 round with you. Go do 7 more and then come back when you're done. Okay, so I've done my 8 rounds of single crochet, and you should still have 20 stitches at the end of this. So make sure to set the head, and yeah, so now we're going to be decreasing it closed. So we're going to start with 2 single crochets and a decrease, then 3 single crochets and decrease till the end, and the last band is a single crochet. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, and then a decrease. And then now we're going to be doing 3 single crochets and a decrease for the rest of the way, and then the last band is a single crochet. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and a decrease. So we're gonna continue doing that for the rest of the way. Okay, so 3 single crochets and a decrease because I'm at the end, and then the band with the clip on it is just a single crochet, and you should be back to 16 stitches now. And then now we're just going to be doing 2 single crochet and a decrease back to 12 stitches. So 1 single, 2 single, and then decrease. Okay, so now we're at 12 stitches, and I'm gonna push the stuffing down a little bit and add in a little bit more. And then now we're going to single decrease to 8 stitches, single decrease. And we're single decreasing to 8 stitches. So I'm on my last single and then decrease. So now we have 8 stitches and we're just going to decrease to 4 and then close it off. So I'm just gonna grab 4 bands and just start decreasing. So, nice job, 4 stitches. Take another band and slip knot it to the end, and then so it has like a thread, and then go into the remaining stitches. And thread it through. And then pull tight. And then you can kind of like squish it back down so it lays more flat. And then go through the back of the head, go through like a little space, hole, whatever, and then pull that thread down so it lays like even flatter. Just pull it down into the head. This is the doll, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. I will be back to show you how to make, you know, clothes, shirts, skirts, hair. I will also be making a separate tutorial for the accessories for Princess Bubblegum, like the crown. I'll show you how to make the hair, her dress, and all of that in a separate tutorial. And yeah, so this is the doll. If you want to, you know, adjust the arms, you can leave them out like this, or slip knot them to the side, or slip knot them like this. It's completely up to you, but I'm not going to do that in this tutorial because I'm not putting any clothes on or anything. But the next tutorial, I will be showing you how to make the clothes for her. Like I said, the clothing and the hair and stuff will be like separate tutorials for the doll. But you guys can also, you know, design your own clothes, design your own hair for your dolls, and make tutorials for them as well. If you do, that would be great. And I'll probably make a playlist specifically for the doll and just add in like all the like tutorials for, you know, the accessories, the hair, the clothes, and all that in that playlist. Put it all in a playlist like that. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope this doll wasn't too hard. Remember to hide like your slip knots, everything. I just haven't done it yet, but yeah, I hope this tutorial wasn't too hard. If you make this, make sure to tag me. I'm Zimmy_looms on Instagram, and also use my hashtag Zimmylooms. And yeah, so if you have any questions or anything, just comment down below or DM me. I will answer you. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.